2024 year-end rankings are set and it means only one thing: we have to react to my ATP top 20 predictions that I made before the season started. So this is what we are going to do today. First, we are going to react to the prediction video. Second, we will read the comments because even 10 months later I remember that there were some spicy ones. And lastly, we will see how well I predicted in comparison to other tennis YouTubers. So let's not waste any more time and let's get into the reaction. I skipped the intro because obviously we don't need to watch that, but I was greeted with Felix Auger-Aliassime in 20th, and am I mad about this prediction? Not really. I still feel like he genuinely has the level of a top 20 player, but through many things he cannot reach that. He ended the season in 29th, which means that I was wrong by 9 places, but I still don't think that it was a bad prediction. But let's listen to why I thought that he will be in a top 20. I have someone who was objectively bad last season, but I still believe that he has the capabilities to at least get back into the top 20 in 2024, and his name is Felix Auger-Aliassime. I know, he hasn't shown much upside in recent memory apart from the title in Basel, but this lackluster 2023 season means that he can play the game in 2024 without having the pressure of defending many ranking points. Yeah, but the not having pressure didn't help him anyway, but I guess the thought process was here, but yeah, it didn't work out this time around. Not the best season for Felix Auger-Aliassime. Okay, in 19th I have Shelton, and it's not a bad prediction. He was 21st in this year's year-end rankings, and nothing much to say. I don't even want to listen to the reasoning because I was essentially almost right, so yeah, let's move on to the next one. In 18th I had Tommy Paul, and in comparison to his year-end ranking, which was 12th, this prediction is kinda iffy. Obviously it's not the worst, but I can't say that it was a great prediction. And actually I'm glad that Tommy Paul, who is one of the most watchable, most entertaining players on the tour, got to the ranking that was better than I predicted. So shout out to Paul, and yeah, hopefully he gets even higher next season. Next one up was Karen Khachanov, and again it's like a plus minus 2 places. It's not a bad prediction, and as I probably say in this video, you can always bet on Khachanov playing great and being in the top 20 at least. So again, nothing much to say about this prediction. Was good, but predictable kinda. Ooh, this is probably the worst prediction yet, because predicting Dimitrov in 16th is just not good. He obviously showed that he's a great player at the last year's Paris Masters, and I probably should have believed that he can continue on this momentum in this season. So I want to listen to my reasoning as to why I put him that low. People might not like me for this, but Grigor Dimitrov will end the 2024 season in 16th. I'm sorry, but I just don't see Grigor continuing doing what he did at the end of the last season in 2024. Okay, it seems like I didn't believe in Dimitrov last year, which is kind of understandable based on the position where I predicted him, but with the hindsight is just ill-advised and dumb. And I just don't have the faith in him that he will be able to continue his rise back to the top 10 in 2024. Okay, he rose to the top 10 and I ate shit. Next up is Korda, and predicting that Korda will be higher than Dimitrov is again bad, but in comparison to his ranking it's 8 position difference, because he ended the season in 23rd, which is kinda surprising because it felt like he didn't play for half a season, but I guess he's 23rd. I remember that when I made this prediction I said that if Korda doesn't get in the top 20, then we have to have these uncomfortable conversations about him. But it just doesn't look like we will have them because he got injured. There is this excuse as to why he wasn't in top 20, so he gets off the hook easily. But Sebastian, watch it next season. If you are not in top 20, you are a bum. In 14th, it's Cam Norrie, and really? 14th? Cam Norrie? That's a bad one, and he ended the season in 50th. Yes, he was injured, but still, I don't think he's a top 20 player, so this was just a bad prediction on my part. In 13th is Frances Tiafoe, and you know what? If we take into consideration that he is my favorite player on tour, Then you take the bias tax, you think about it, and then you understand that I basically got this prediction spot on because I was only 5 places away from his actual ranking, which was 18th. So please spare me in the comment section down below, but don't talk about me being biased because I just don't give a fuck. Okay, this is another kinda big miss. The finalist of the ATP finals, Taylor Fritz, was in 12th in my 2024 predictions. Obviously it's a bad prediction, but honestly I do not feel bad about it because at that time last year Fritz was just kinda a guy on the tour, and you know what, I understand this prediction. I understand me not believing in Fritz becoming a top 4 player, so I want to listen to the reasoning, but I feel like I will still agree with me of the 2023. Feel like I will be wrong with this one, but in 12, yes, I was wrong, and I kind of foreshadowed it, which is interesting. Then why did I predict him higher? Okay, let's listen. I'll put Taylor Fritz. Genuinely speaking, I have no idea why I'm placing him here, but Taylor seems like that kind of player who will somehow stay in a relatively high ranking without doing much of note, although he... Okay, Divinor is next, but in terms of Fritz, it's an interesting explanation, but I guess I was wrong and I had to take it on the chin. Next up, as we saw, is Alex de Minaur, and honestly I feel good about this prediction because I don't think many people actually believe that de Minaur will go to the ATP finals, will be a top 10 player, so me putting him on the brink of the top 10 feels like a great prediction, honestly. Hubert Hurkacz in 10th, and I was off by 6 places, but he was obviously injured for a majority of the second part of the season, so it could have been better. But I cannot feel bad about this prediction because obviously I couldn't have predicted the injury that he sustained at Wimbledon, so it's good. Okay, next up I had Stefanos Tsitsipas, and I did predict his fall off in the rankings, which is great. Again, I don't think many people predicted that, so again I'm going to pat myself on the back with this prediction, even though it was 2 places off. I feel like I should have gotten this spot on because I feel like Casper was 8th before the ATP finals, but then he played unbelievably great ATP finals where he got to the 6th ranking, and you know what, even though I was off by 2 places, still I'm kinda happy with this prediction that I didn't put him too low down because people were hating on him, or that I didn't suddenly believe in him that he will be a top 4 player in the world. So it was a great, maybe not great, but a good prediction, moderate prediction, which I'm happy with, I guess. I was 1 spot off for Andrey Rublev, and honestly, I feel like in next year's predictions, I'm going to put him even lower in the rankings because I just don't see the potential. I don't see it. Okay, this is another kinda bad prediction because I put Sasha Zverev in 6th. I don't feel like other people believed in him either, but if I want to call myself a great predictor, I have to put him a bit higher to show that I understand the tendencies that are going to happen in the next season, but I kinda flopped it here, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Finally, I got a player spot on. I got Daniil Medvedev in 5th, which kinda is his place, and again, as I said about Rublev, I feel like he is going to be lower in the rankings next season. I'm ready for the comments, I'm ready for you all to talk because I got Holger Rune in the 4th place. Is a bad prediction? Absolutely. But I feel like if you are a fan of a player, you have to believe in him. So I just believed in him in this instance. And you know what? I will believe in him next season. And the season after that. And the season after that. And after that. I mean, I didn't predict him in 7th, but I did predict him below Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner, which is again something that other people didn't do. Even though I was 4 places away from his actual ranking, I still feel like I deserve some respect for actually predicting his slight downfall in the rankings. Okay, in the 1st I had Carlos Alcaraz, obviously he was in the 3rd, which was 2 place difference, and 2nd I had Jannik Sinner, obviously again he was 1st in the rankings. It's an understandable prediction for a 2023 me, but Jannik Sinner was a dominant world number 1, so I guess it's a bad miss. But now let's talk about the honorable mentions, and first one up is Artur Fils. It's a good honorable mention. Roman Safiulin, it's not that great, and Matteo Berrettini, even though he isn't that close to the top 20, I feel like. I didn't check the rankings for him, but I still feel like it's good that I predicted a upwards trajectory for Matteo this season. Disappointment of the year is Lorenzo Musetti, which was a disgusting miss, and yeah, that was bad. And most improved of the year, João Fonseca and Jerry Zhang. I mean, João Fonseca was an obvious one, but I feel like he didn't actually improve as quick as people predicted for him to improve, which is... So I guess this was a bad prediction. And Jerry Shang, it was a good prediction. He won his first ATP title this year. And you know what? I'm happy with this prediction. And I am pretty sure that before the season he was outside of the top 100. So he did improve a lot. Now as we have watched the video, we have to read some comments. Okay, the first kind of spicy comment was written by Alex. And he said, I must say, I'm surprised you didn't place Nadal in the top 20. But I guess the goal is to get more comments. No. The goal is to get my predictions correct. And I was correct about Nadal, so... Ishan Tennis said, if Sinner didn't have a crazy performance in 2023, then nobody would even care to put him in the top 3. Nole is the undisputed goat of tennis, and I don't see him coming to injury/age, because playing at the highest level at the age of 36 is impeccable. I mean, last season he was absolutely great, but you kinda should have predicted this minuscule downfall for Novak, because yeah, he has done everything, and it was an Olympic year. Obviously he would put everything on the Olympics, so it was kinda difficult, but at the same time easy prediction to have Novak go down in the rankings, but I guess I'm the only smart one. My hot take, Roman Safiulin ends the year in top 15. Come back to this when it happens. It didn't. Cry about it. Bro was right about Matteo, but dead wrong about Musetti. Yeah, we talked about it. Nadal is getting at least top 15. No, he didn't. He didn't get the top 15. And in reality, Novak is first with at least 3 slams in the pocket, and the rest of the youngsters are depressed. I guess the youngsters are happy, buddy. Come on. 2k points are enough to be in the top 20. I think Rafa will manage to be there. Obviously he didn't, and yeah, bye bye. See you in retirement, Rafa. Okay, I understand disagreeing with me, but this is probably the worst comment under this video, and I will end reading the comments with this one, because it says, who cares for these predictions in January? Fun? You say, yes, exactly that. It's actually fun to predict the top 20 in January, because if you predict it in October, then it's not as fun because it's more predictable, you know? Huh? You understand the logic? Great. Don't leave these dumb comments ever again under my videos. Okay, alright, it's not the last comment because I read this. Ha 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 ha. Keep dreaming, man, and thanks for a good laugh. Who's laughing now? I was right. I was mostly right. I was really in a vicinity of plus minus 10 for everyone apart from Nori, so it's actually a great prediction. And now we're going to compare my prediction to other tennis YouTubers. Okay, let's go instantly for the big dog, Gil Gross, and he predicted that Novak Djokovic will be first, Alcaraz second, Sinner third, Medvedev fourth, Holger Rune fifth, Zverev sixth, Rublev seventh, Tsitsipas eighth, Hurkacz ninth, and 10th, Rafael Nadal, which means that if we combine the difference of his wrong predictions, then it's higher than mine, even in the top 10, than it was for me in the top 20. Because my total for top 20 was 115, and for the top 10 it was 31, but for Gil it was 176 for just the top 10. So know your role, Gil. Know your role, and if you want to predict something, contact me, I'll help you out, buddy. Okay, now let's move on to even bigger fish that I will fry, because Cam Williams, who has the biggest channel on YouTube probably that is related to tennis, predicted the top 10 worse than me. But it wasn't as bad as it was for Gil Gross, because his differential total was 44, which is again more than 31 that was for me. It looks like I run this prediction thing because I went to another channel, Game to Love. It's a big channel, 60k subscribers, and I saw these predictions that are worse than mine. again. The guy with Nadal in the prediction made the worst prediction out of them all because his total differential was 179, which is just embarrassing. It's just embarrassing. Be better. Be better. But Ben was actually kinda good. Obviously not as great as I was, but his differential was 46, which is 15 away from me, but I guess you cannot be on my level when you do these predictions. So these are the 3 channels that I decided to compare myself to, and I was just better than them. It is what it is. So call me the greatest predictor on tennis YouTube until proven otherwise, and you can do that in the comment section down below. Comment a name of the creator who was better than me in these predictions, and then maybe, I don't know, I'll give you a cookie. But other than that, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, take it easy, my friend.